Good day to all. Today we are going to see about a strength of material problem that is to be solved in theoretical and as well as ANSYS APDL. So here is the problem statement. 3 bar made of copper, zinc and aluminum are of equal length. Okay, and having the cross sectional 500, 750 and 1000 mm square. That means if you cut the copper bar, it will be around 500 mm square. That is AC is equal to 500 mm square. And if you cut the zinc bar, it will be around 750 mm square. And similarly, if you cut the aluminum bar, the area of the cross section will be around 1000 mm square. That is AA equal to 1000 mm square. Okay, so they are rigidly connected at their end. And if the compound bar is subjected to a longitudinal pull of 250 kilonewton, we have to estimate the load carried on each rod and induce the stresses. Okay, induced stresses, and also we have to calculate the load carried by each rod. The Young's modulus for copper, zinc and aluminum have been given. Okay, so let us start writing the given data, that is load and Young's modulus for all the three materials, and also so what are the quantity we are going to find out, that is load shared and stresses is produced in each bar. So let us calculate the total load, that is load on copper plus load on zinc plus load on aluminum will be equal to total load 250 kilonewton. Let me replace 250 into 10 to the power of 3 Newton. Okay, we know the formula, stress equal to load by area, that is load equal to stress into area. We can replace here load on copper equal to sigma C into AC plus sigma Z into AZ plus sigma A into AA. Okay, let me consider this will be an equation number 1. Okay, so now we know that strain in copper must be equal to strain in zinc, and that also will be equal in strain in aluminum. We know the formula, that is Young's modulus is equal to okay, we know that Young's modulus equal to stress divided by strain. Strain equal to stress divided by Young's modulus. We can apply this equation in strain in copper, strain in zinc and strain in zinc and strain in aluminum. Okay, first let us take strain in copper, that is equal to strain in aluminum. We can calculate the sigma copper, that is equal to EC by EA into sigma A. We have the values of Young's modulus. I am directly substituting the values, so it will be around 1.625 sigma A. Similarly, for sigma Z and sigma A, we can rewrite the equation sigma Z equal to Young's modulus of zinc and aluminum into sigma A. So I am just substituting the values of Young's modulus here. We can say it, that is 1.25 into sigma A. Okay, so let us substitute these values in equation number 1, so that we can directly able to find out the values of stresses produced in copper, zinc and aluminum. So sigma A into area of copper plus 1.25 into sigma A into area of zinc plus sigma A into 1000, that is sigma Z. Okay, can be replaced with sigma A into AA. Okay, here we have a common, so let me just change a color. Sigma is common in all the terms, so we can directly take it outside. So 1.625 into 500 plus 1.25 into 250, 750 plus 1000, right? That will be equal to 250 into 10 to the power of 3. Here we can find out the sigma A, that is 250 into 10 to the power of 3 divided by the total value of the calculated equation is 2750. So from this I can find out sigma A will be 90.9, sigma Z will be 1.625 times of 90.9, that is equal to 147.7 megapascal or Newton per mm square. And for sigma Z, that means zinc, 1.25 into sigma A, 113.63 Newton per mm square. So the load by copper or load shared by copper, right? Stress into area. Stress we found out, right? Stress into area 500. So it will be around 73850 Newton. Similarly for zinc, sigma Z into A is at 113.63 into 750, that is equal to 85218. Similarly for aluminum, stress into 1000, right? So let us draw a table, okay, how much stress is produced for copper, zinc and aluminum and load shared by each member, so that we can compare these results in ANSYS also, right? Let me start the ANSYS mechanical APDL product launcher. I'm just creating a folder, a separate folder for as a link problem. I'm just copying this location and running is a working directory and file name is also given. So just clicking the run, it will open up ANSYS APDL. So let me go to preprocessor and choosing the element type as link 180, close it, and giving the material before giving the metal property, I'm just assigning the cross section of copper, that is 500 mm square, and zinc around 250 mm square, 750 mm square, and third one aluminum, right, that is 1000 mm square. Okay, so now I need to apply the material properties for each structural, linear, elastic, isotropic, 2e power 5, and we can no need to worry about the Poisson's ratio, okay, because we are not going to calculate any change in length. So directly we can take 0.3 or let it be 0 also, okay, it will not give you any problem. So this is the second material, 1 e power 5 and 0.3. Okay, so slight changes. Okay, so I'm deleting this 1 e power 5 Young's modulus and 0.3 as a Poisson's ratio. And the third one, aluminum, this is 0.8 into e power 5 and Poisson's ratio 0.3. Poisson's ratio will not take any effect on this problem. Okay, so I'm modeling directly I'm creating a node in active system. So apply 0 comma 0 comma 0, that is the first node point, and let me take a gap of 50 for each rod, and the length of the each rod is also around 50 mm. So the length and the gap will not going to affect anyway, because we are just going to find out the load and stresses. So assigning the first element and first material, connecting the first creating the first element, similarly second, okay, and third aluminum, right? Okay, so here I'm going to use one concept that is called coupling, okay, because the bottom three nodes are coupled for all degrees of freedom as shown in the figure. Okay, let me set reference number 1, and all degrees of freedom are coupled. Okay, this is very important concept to be solved for using these problems. I'm just applying the displacement on the top of the nodes because all the nodes are completely fixed, all degrees of trusted, and applying the force on the bottom side, that is Fy minus 250 into 10 to the power of 3 Newton, right, or 250 into 000. Just saving the database and solving the Yeah. So let me go to read results and last set, creating a stress result, that is ls comma 1. Okay, and also load shared, that is SMIC comma 1. This is a sequence number that has to be given to extract the results. So list results, element table data and ls1. So here we can see that stress produced in the copper 147.7, right? And similarly, so we can one of the one row, one column, so that we can compare, right? So here we don't need, already the column is there. So ANSYS results, right? So here let me write it as a ANSYS, and here ANSYS theory, load share value. Here it is a stress 147.73, and for zinc, so it is 113.64, and for aluminum 90.909. Okay, so theoretical. Now let us see the value of load shared, that is SMIC1. So here we have a load share of 73864, and for zinc it is 85227, and for aluminum, so it is 9090909. Okay, so thank you very much for listening this video. If you like this, you please just comment if you have any questions, and please share it to your friends, so that they will also easily to understand the concept of solving in theoretical and as well as solving in ANSYS APDL. Okay, so thank you very much for listening.